In my opinion, gratitude journaling is extremely underrated. I don't see it talked about on the internet. Only a few guys are talking about it, and it's not enough. Gratitude journaling genuinely made me not kill myself. And I am not joking. I was extremely depressed. I was at a really, really bad point. I was getting thoughts of doing it. I was getting thoughts of running away. I was getting all of the bad thoughts you could think about. I was indulging in instant gratification activities all day, every day. That's what I was doing every single day. 12 hours on TikTok was normal for me. 12 hours on TikTok a day was normal for me. Not weeks, not months, a day. Imagine spending half of your day with 6 hours of sleeping, half of your day to just scroll on TikTok and do nothing all day. Of course, you're depressed. Of course, you're not doing anything with your life. Of course, you're at a really bad point. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I stumbled upon self improvement. I was extremely depressed, but I stumbled upon self improvement. And I tried doing some habits that were the easiest to do, like working out, meditating, gratitude journaling. I just tried them. And before I learned about self improvement, I was already going to the gym. So that's not in the package. But I tried them and they were okay. They were doing me some benefits. But gratitude journaling, oh boy, I did that. And in 2 weeks, I genuinely felt extremely happy. Nothing made me happier than gratitude journaling in my life ever. And here's the thing, it wasn't just pleasure and it wasn't instant pleasure, it wasn't instant happiness. I was happy throughout the days, throughout the weeks. This one single habit gave me the biggest boost as a beginner, especially at the start. Now it's okay, it's still giving me a boost, but at the start, it was genuinely a day and night difference. 80% of my thoughts were negative. Think of that. 80% of the thoughts I was getting were negative, 10% were balanced, and only 10% or even lower were positive. Imagine going through your day, getting millions of thoughts, and over 80% of them were negative. Imagine imagine the sky. Imagine you're outside and there's the sky. Think of the sky, or even if you're outside, look at the sky and think if that sky was full of clouds, full of rain, like rainy clouds, the one the dark clouds, like it's in the UK. Imagine your sky was completely full of clouds, and not the pretty clouds, the dark, depressing, gray ones. That was my mind 100% of the time. There's barely any sunlight, but gratitude journaling genuinely felt like it got the sky clearer. It made me more positive. Imagine like there's the sky full of clouds and there's a circle where that's the light penetrating the clouds. That's how gratitude journaling worked for me. And for once, after I was doing gratitude journaling for a few weeks, for once I saw the sky as clear. I finally saw blue in my sky, in my theoretical sky. I started getting positive thoughts without actually journaling. I was journaling at home and I would go to school or I would see my friends and I would be grateful that I would have a public transport or I would be grateful that I have friends without actually thinking about that. I wasn't on the tram thinking, I'm really grateful that I have public transport. No, it was my subconscious. My subconscious was creating positive thoughts. Before that, my subconscious was generating negative thoughts. But after I started gratitude journaling, my subconscious was making positive thoughts. And internally, that made me happier without even realizing it. My subconscious was making those positive thoughts, and I became happier because of that. So I highly, highly recommend doing gratitude journaling, especially if you're a beginner on self improvement. If you've never tried it before, it will make you extremely happy. happier than you've ever been. Maybe not as happy as when you were a child and you had no worries, but it will get close to that. And it only takes 2 minutes, even less than 2 minutes a day. Don't you have 2 minutes a day to give to feel happier? Wouldn't you take 2 minutes out of 50k minutes in your day, sacrifice those minutes to doing an activity so the other 50,000 minutes you feel happy in those other minutes? Wouldn't you take that trade off? I hope you do. This is exactly what you do to start this habit, to do this habit. You have to take a piece of paper and a pen, a physical piece of paper and a pen, because I tried in the past on my phone, on my laptop, but the only one that gave the biggest boost in happiness was on a physical piece of paper and a physical pen. That's the one that works the best. Like if writing on my phone was this, writing on a piece of paper and a pen was this. It's a huge difference. So I highly recommend on a piece of paper and a pen. You could do on a laptop as well, but I told you, piece of paper and a pen, the best. Now, what you should do, what you have to do actually, is to write on that piece of paper something that you're grateful for. That's it. Could be at first one word, could be two words, could be a sentence. Write something you're grateful for. This simple activity made me happy. This single activity made me stop having bad thoughts and replace those negative thoughts with positive ones. Subconsciously. Not just when I was thinking positive thoughts actively, but passively I was getting positive thoughts. At first, you can make it as easy as possible. As I said, one word, two words. But to get the most boost, you have to write in full sentences. I am grateful for X because of this. I am grateful for the bottle that's behind my phone because it's been helping me film videos for the past month. That's it. And that could be a sentence. I am grateful for the books that are holding up my phone right now because they are full of knowledge. I've read them and that knowledge helped me, and they are helping me teach others what I've learned from them. That's it. If you didn't know, my phone stand are like 6 books. That's it. You can write phone, books, bottle, but the one that's helped me the most was I am grateful for this, aka my books, because of this. And you can continue as much as you can. But the first step I recommend, you write one word, then I am grateful for my phone. And then the next step could be I am grateful for my phone because of this. And the next step could be to continue that as much as you can. But the secret to gain the biggest happiness boost is to not write huge things. You have to write things that are small. You should not write I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for friendship. You need to be grateful for the small things to be able to be grateful for the bigger things. I genuinely wrote I am grateful for this rubber band. I could have written I am grateful for nature. I am grateful for the whole universe. But if you're grateful for the small things, you will be able to be grateful for the bigger things subconsciously. And you will see if you do this every day for 2 weeks, you will get these thoughts even without writing them. You will get the gratitude habit even without writing it. As I said, one time I was going to school, I was using a tram or public transport, and I was sitting down and I was genuinely thinking, man, I'm grateful for the public transport that's in my city. And I found myself smiling. I was just zoned out. I was not paying attention, and I randomly started smiling. And I was like, "Why am I smiling?" And I realized that subconsciously I thought something positive, and I was just smiling like an idiot in a public transport without talking with anybody, without thinking about anything. And you will see it will happen to you as well. So create this habit and stick with it. because it will make you the happiest. Out of all the self-improvement habits, this will make you the happiest because it made me the happiest, and I'm extremely grateful that I found it and that I did this activity. You see, I genuinely told you I'm grateful that I found gratitude journaling. I didn't write that in the script. It came to me naturally. If you enjoyed the video, scroll down and click on the subscribe button. It will help both of us, especially you. See you later. Mwah.